Manchester City's Etihad Stadium buzzed with excitement and a touch of unpredictability as Premier League giants prepared to host League Two side Salford City in the FA Cup fourth round, a classic David versus Goliath fixture in one of English football's most storied competitions. The FA Cup is famous for gutter snipes rising to the occasion, for magical nights where the underdog threatens to topple the mighty, and for moments that tug at the heartstrings of fans across generations. And this match had all the ingredients of one of those nights. City entered the game with heavy fixture congestion and palpable fatigue. Manager Pep Guardiola openly spoke about his squad's exhaustion after a relentless schedule that saw the team compete on multiple fronts with scarcely any rest between matches. He made it clear that Salford would not be underestimated, despite the significant gap in division and resources between the two clubs, and stressed the importance of rotating his squad while still pushing for progression in the historic tournament. On the pitch, early moments saw a tantalizing chance for Salford to set the tone, but it was Manchester City who drew first blood, albeit in an unusual way, when a Salford own goal in the 6th minute gave the hosts a slender lead. The early breakthrough ignited the crowd, a reminder that in cup football every twist and turn is amplified, and even a freak deflection can resonate like a storybook start. Salford, under the guidance of manager Carl Robinson, showed moments of creativity and intent in possession despite facing a tide of City pressure. Veteran players such as Ben Woodburn and Fabio Borini worked tirelessly to carve out opportunities, and there were glimpses of promise when they forced saves and drew fouls in dangerous areas. But as the game unfolded, possession statistics, heavily skewed in favor of City, began to tell a familiar tale of dominance from the top flight. From a tactical standpoint, Guardiola's side demonstrated flexibility, alternating between patient build-up play and quick, incisive forward bursts. Players like Rico Lewis and Ryan Cherky provided attacking impetus, while John Stones and James Trafford offered a stabilizing defensive presence. City's approach was measured. They respected the cup's magic but also imposed their superior quality in possession and turning defense into attack. While many fans around the world tracked the match with international streams and score updates, with platforms like ESPN Plus and DAZN broadcasting the game in various regions, the absence of a live domestic TV broadcast in the UK due to the Saturday blackout meant supporters relied on club apps, radio commentary, and social media for live moments. For Salford, simply reaching the fourth round was a historic achievement. The League Two side, co-owned by former Manchester United stars such as Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, and David Beckham, has been on a remarkable journey since its lower league beginnings, and this FA Cup trip to the Etihad brought with it the chance to test themselves against some of the best players in world football. Looking back at recent history, their last visit to face Manchester City in the FA Cup resulted in a memorable but humbling 8-0 defeat during the 2024-25 competition, a game that saw James McAtee score a hat-trick, Jeremy Doku dazzled, and even a young debutant like Divin Mbama find the net in front of a packed Etihad. That night was a showcase of City's ruthless depth, with goals flooding in from different positions and underscoring the significant gulf between the sides. But cup football is about context as much as form. In 2026, Salford had momentum from a strong League Two campaign, near promotion contention, and a growing belief that they could make an FA Cup run to remember. Their forward Cole Stockton had been in good scoring form throughout the season, and while City's defenders were meticulous in their positioning and marking, there was always the sense that a moment of magic, a deflected shot, or a late corner could send shockwaves around the stadium. Manchester City's fans, meanwhile, reflected on a season laced with ups and downs. In other competitions, City had seen dramatic victories and tough defeats, including a controversial goal disallowed in a high-stakes Premier League match and challenging Champions League nights. These experiences shaped a squad that was hungry not just for silverware but for consistency and resilience. As the clock wound down and City's 1-0 lead held firm, the Etihad crowd appreciated not just the victory, but the drama of FA Cup football, a reminder that even expected wins carry their own stories. For Salford, the night was another chapter in their growing legacy. For Manchester City, It was a step forward in their bid for domestic cup success and a chance to regroup before the next fixtures on the calendar.